So this is a message to all the English patriots out there who have taken some kind of stand. What are you standing for? I mean, what's been going on? Obviously, there's the horrific incident that happened in Southport, but we now know that there was no Muslim involvement whatsoever in that incident. The guy who was arrested carrying a knife at a nationalist march, a far-right march in Southport after the incident, he wasn't a Muslim. The fighting that was going on in Leeds a couple of weeks ago, that has nothing to do with Muslims. In fact, we now know that there were Muslims there trying to help end the rioting. They were actually there when the police ran away. It was Muslims that stepped up to try and put out the fires and to end the fighting. What are you marching for? What's going on? I mean, the fact of the matter is that I used to be of the same mentality as you guys, okay? I used to think a long time ago Muslims were a problem, Islam was dangerous and backwards and barbaric and all that kind of stuff. So I know where you guys are coming from. But do you know what? I was like 15 years old at the time when I thought that. I grew up. I got a life. I got an education. You know, I actually met some Muslims and spoke to them about it. And do you know what? I'm a Muslim now. I'm a Muslim now. And don't even think to call me a race traitor, because I'm not the one going out there smashing things up, burning down police stations. I mean, one of the blokes that was at the Sunderland far-right march, he had a swastika tattooed on his back. He had a swastika tattooed on his back next to the Union Jack. I mean, what's that all about? We apparently defeated Nazism in this country. That's one thing that we're proud of. The one good thing on this long history, this stain of imperialism, colonialism and murder and all sorts of stuff we were doing around the world for hundreds of years. The one good thing that Britain did was defeat the Nazis. And you got this loser, this absolute lunatic up there saying he's fighting to protect Britain, and he's got a swastika tattooed on his back. The leaders of this movement, if you want to call them that, won't even give you their real name. Robinson, that ain't even his real name. He's sitting in the sun in Spain, while you lot are over here smashing things up and getting arrested. Seriously, guys, grow up, get some culture, get an education. The reason you hate Muslims so much is because you don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about Islam. And these losers online are feeding you fake news. Time and again, you've been humiliated. You've been going out, shouting the odds about things, targeting mosques or whatever. And every single time, Leeds, Southport, everything else, Muslims ain't even involved. It's got nothing to do with Islam. Okay, so grow up. I'm speaking from the heart here. I'm English. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. When I learned about Islam, I realised, you know what? Muslims ain't actually that bad. They're actually good people. Do you know who is bad? The guys feeding you lies online that are making you go out and smash things up for no reason. For no reason. And don't tell me it's because of them poor girls that got stabbed. Because it weren't Islam that went and stabbed them. So don't tell me it's got anything to do with that. That guy with the swastika on his back, do you think he cares about them poor girls? Do you think Mr. Robinson, Lennon, whatever his name is, over in Spain, he really gives a toss about them poor girls? Don't give me that line. Don't give me that line. Smashing up Southport and causing more trauma to the locals who are already dealing with that horrific incident. You know, you ain't doing them no favours. Don't say it's for them. Don't hijack that horrific incident.